Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, let's talk about the narcissist and why he won't change. We believe that people can change with time and we have hope that people will change. I know when I was with my narcissist, I kept waiting for him to change. But then I realized that narcissists don't change. Now, there's a difference, I believe, in narcissists that were created during childhood and people who have embraced narcissistic tendencies. Now, people who have the tendencies, I do believe that they can change. I do believe that they can heal. People that have narcissistic tendencies, because these tendencies were more or less learned along the way. Because I believe that the narcissist out here grooming people to take on these tendencies. See, in this society, we are groomed to be more competitive, backbiting, if that'll help us get ahead. And really, you don't care about anybody but yourself. And those are narcissistic tendencies. And also taking advantage of people. That's also something that the narcissist does. I know that's something hard to believe because, we believe that everybody has the capacity to change. Well, once you realize what the narcissist really is, then you understand that they've already changed into what they're going to change into. They've already changed into the narcissist, and that's who they are. That's who they are from here on out. But people who have taken on narcissistic tendencies, I believe that they can heal. They can heal. And I'll explain that. You see, the narcissist has accepted an evil spirit in their life. And the evil spirit has actually taken over in the narcissist's life. Now, as long as the narcissist is getting the supply that the narcissist needs, and the supply, again, is your emotional responses. That's what the narcissist feeds on. Okay? So, whatever the narcissist is doing, they provoke you and all that. Well, that's what they want from you, your emotional responses. And the narcissist doesn't see anything wrong with him or herself. In fact, they believe they're one up on everybody else. They go around acting like they know something that you don't know, which they really don't. What they're doing is they would create this illusion so that they can hide behind it. I believe they're really fearful, but they're demonic. They're demonic spirits, and they can manipulate people through fear and intimidation, and the way that they chip away at your self-worth and your self-esteem. They just beat you down. Now, because the narcissists feel that they are superior, if they come in contact with you and they feel intimidated by you anyway, then they believe that their mission is to bring you down. Because they can only feel good if They don't see, when they look around, they don't feel like anybody is higher than them, period. That's a narcissism. He sees nothing wrong with them. Now, I've seen what happens when a narcissist gets older, and then they don't have that supply, or they are not able to get to supply like they could when they were younger. It's a very sad thing to experience. My dad was a narcissist, and when he couldn't get that admiration anymore, he couldn't, he couldn't get to the people. The people couldn't get to him. He got older. He wasn't mobile anymore and all that. He withered away. He stopped talking, and he totally withered away. It was nothing inside. You see? And I don't know if the demonic spirit leaves after the narcissist gets so old that they can't, they really can't function anymore. They're shells, and the demon just goes on off to whether he can use somebody else or what. I really don't know, but I do know that when my dad got older, he was just there. He was just there, and because he wasn't getting what he was used to getting, what he needed to get. Praise from people and all of that. Just to give you some background, my father was a bishop in the church, and he had a very, very large following. But after he retired and got ill, he couldn't, the people, you know how people are. People, people are, as long as things are good, as long as you're showing abundance and prosperity, people want to be around. They want to come in case some crumbs fall off the table, they can get them. You know what I'm saying? But when they feel like there's nothing to be gotten anymore, they disappear. They leave them narcissists, and the narcissist just withers away. It's a sad thing to see. I mean, it's because there's nothing inside but the demonic spirit running this person throughout their life. And when they get older, where the demonic spirit has no use for that vessel anymore, I believe it leaves and just leaves that shell of a person there. And I'm sure that the person feels lost, feels completely lost, because that spirit is the one that has been driving them their entire lives. If they're a narcissist, because that spirit has been with them since childhood and has never left. Now when they're old, now the spirit is going to leave them. Well, the narcissist, most times he has burnt so many bridges along the way in his life, until there he is in a situation where his greatest fear is being alone. A narcissist cannot stand to be alone, because they got to have that supply from somebody. You see? So now when they get old, and there's nobody left, to care for them, you see, because they never cared for anybody. They never cared. In fact, they probably abused people in some kind of way, whether it was physical, sexual, or emotional. So when they get old, nobody is around there, Maybe they had a companion in life, and the companion that's, been groomed to stay with the narcissist, they'll be there in physical body, but not in spirit 9 times out of 10. The parent can't stand the narcissist. They be glad when it's all over. It's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. And I know if you are with the narcissist and you plan to ride it out, you know, you see a change. You see a change as he gets really old and feeble. I believe you'll see that demon leave. But by that time, they're just a shell. They, my dad was just, he was just there. He wouldn't talk anymore. Just there. That's all. But I do think during those times that the universe comes back to them and shows them the error of their ways their whole life. When they lay in there, they old, they can't say anything, nobody's around to praise them or anything like that. I'm sure that the universe shows them exactly how they were during their life. At some point in all of our existence, the universe is going to show you your life in front of your face. You see? And see, a lot of people think that these things are hidden, things that they have done. And a narcissist, they have so many dark secrets that they keep from you. They're not keeping it from the universe. The universe knows everything they've done. But they have so many dark secrets. And they plan to just take them to the grave. I mean, you know what I mean? Because that demon has taken control of them. The demon is always doing something that they cannot resist. They can't resist the demon. When the demon says, go over there and do that, they have to go over there and do that. You see what I say? They really don't have control of themselves. They've given themselves away to this evil spirit. So now for you, I understand. And even men too. If you're really in love with your wife and she happens to be narcissistic, I know your life is hell. You see? But you love your wife and you want to, work it out. Just know that she will never change. She's always going to be a narcissist from here on out. Now what you can do, and the same thing I tell the women, what you can do is kind of distance yourself, kind of step back from the narcissist. You see? Because the narcissist wants to use you for everything that they need. Kind of not be available for the narcissist. Let the narcissist figure it out. 9 times out of 10, when the narcissist figures out that you're not going to do it, then the narcissist will find somebody else to do it, which you shouldn't care. You should be happy, because that means that you can start your healing process because the narcissist isn't bothering you. They won't be, they'll throw those, they'll throw those daggers at you anytime they can and try to get some emotions out of you anytime they can get it. But if you try to keep your emotions to a minimum, if none, whenever they start talking, just don't hear it. Just walk away. Don't hear it. If you do them like that, they will be forced to find supply somewhere else. And that's one way you can get rid of narcissists. Stop being that supply. But if you need him financially, which a lot of women do, that's why they're there. That's why they stay there, because they need him financially. Now look, if you're with a person who has narcissistic tendencies, and he's been groomed to be the narcissist, but he wasn't traumatized as a child. I believe he's not a full-blown narcissist. I believe there's help for a person that has taken on those tendencies. Maybe they would be willing to work on your relationship. Now, a narcissist would not be willing. They would not be willing to work on a relationship. That's one way you can tell if you're with a full narcissist. He is not willing to work on the relationship. He thinks it's fine. He's fine. He doesn't care if you're fine. He's not going to try to work on anything. In fact, he's going to tell you need to work on you, because the problem that you two are having is you. Now, if you're getting that from your partner, that's a narcissist right there. If you're getting that from your partner and he's always putting you down, always, never really supporting you in anything, you see? And he's never coming around and, hugging you and making you feel wanted and loved. Narcissists don't do that. But I know I kept waiting for mine to snap out of the fog and come back to be the person that love bombed me, the one that I fell in love with. I used to tell him, I don't know who this person is, but I want that person that I fell in love with. That person in the beginning. I used to tell a narcissist that. And he just looked at me and kind of dumbfounded. Now, I understand that what they do, because they're so intelligent and cunning, they can mirror back to you your perception of a perfect man for you. Did you hear what I said? They can mirror back to you your perfect idea of a perfect mate for you. That's the trick of the demon. See? That's why so many of us have fallen for the narcissist, because we think somehow we are, maybe he's my soulmate. Maybe he's my soulmate. And, if he is truly my soulmate, which means he's just like me in there somewhere, all I got to do is just help him to snap out of it. And we'll be perfect for each other. Because, see, he has mirrored those things back to you. The things that you feel are perfect in a mate. You see? And he's getting all that out of your energy, just bringing it back to you. But the narcissist himself think that he is perfect in all ways, ultra intelligent in all things, and he's there. He believes that he's there to control and to get what he needs from you. And that's what he does. That's what he does. But for us on the other end, number one, it's hard to believe that this is really what it is. That's a hard thing to believe. You're looking in the face of a person that you care for deeply. It's hard to believe, number one, that this person has accepted an evil entity. That is not an easy thing to believe. And that's why they can't change. They've already changed. They've signed the contract with the demon. That's the narcissist. Now, a person that's taking on narcissistic tendencies, he can be just as evil as the narcissist. But I believe that he still has some free will that he can decide, because he wasn't created from the trauma. He was groomed into this practice, these tendencies. That's my belief. That's what I believe with the narcissist. But because this evil energy is everywhere, it is just spreading, just all over the place. All over the place. And it is destroying so many lives. So many lives. It makes people feel like we can fix this. We can fix this somehow, you know. But even the therapists say there's no hope for the narcissist. There's no help for, even the clinicians say, there's no help for the narcissist. Now, someone with narcissistic tendencies, you know, I still think it's an evil spirit that's influencing them. And I still believe through healing, then they can be released from it. But a lot of these people, you know, they go to therapy, and therapy is basically, you know, you can go and have somebody to talk to, you know, and they'll listen to you. And most therapists, whatever you tell them, they'll throw it right back to you. And you'll come out feeling even more confused than you did going in. Unless the therapist, I'm going to put this disclaimer in, because I don't want to throw all therapists in the same barrel. Unless the therapist thoroughly understands narcissism. Now, all therapists may not agree that they've been possessed by an evil entity. They made that you know, spiritualists, we believe that is just an evil entity. You see, but therapists, they have no cure. They have no cure. But the spiritualists do. The spiritualists, they have the cure. Not, you know, the narcissist, that's between him and the demon. But people with narcissistic tendencies, I believe through meditation and healing that they can heal. But there's a thing. They would have to decide that. You can't decide it for them. You see? But this is why I say that the narcissist will never change. Number one, the narcissist has already been taken over. Okay, just put that out of your mind. He's already changed. But if you're somebody with these narcissistic tendencies, which means that they have a very high idea of importance about themselves. You know, they're just kind of thinking everything happens for their benefit. They can, you know, they forget about other people. You know, they hurt other people. They never apologize. You know, a person with the tendencies, I believe that you can rationalize with them. Now, I could be wrong, but with the tendencies, I believe and I hope that you can still sit down and rationalize with them in somehow, some way, that they can see a better way to go. They can look at their lives and see that it's not going well, and they may want to change, free will, because of that. Just because of that. Now, these are ones with the tendencies. But the narcissist, because that demon has been with him from childhood. I don't believe that the narcissist sees anything wrong with what he's doing. He thinks something's wrong with everybody else and never with him. And if he, like I said before, if he feels intimidated by you, he would try to knock you way down to make him feel better about himself. So he'll be constantly trying to destroy you in every way. And this is the funny thing about the narcissist, because the narcissist likes to date up. He likes to date up. Okay? And then he'll beat you down. You see? So you can watch out for that. You can watch out for that. Him dating up and beating down. And dating up can be, it doesn't always have to be financial, you know. He in his perception, he may be dating somebody he perceives as the most beautiful person in the world or something like that. But in his mind, he wants to date up in some way. And then once he gets the person, then he wants to beat you down. I don't know if that's some sort of a challenge for him to pursue a person and to capture a person like that. But yeah, it seems like they go for people that they can get something from. Everybody that they go with is a supply to them. But they try to, for the main supply, they try to pick somebody to get as much of a supply from them as possible. For instance, they want somebody who will encourage them all the time, support them, to be caring for the little things that they may need all the time, like a little wet nurse for them, and if they get in any kind of trouble, you there to pull them out. A person like that is like their main supply. Somebody, like they say, the ride or die. Yeah, that they try to find somebody like that for their main supply. But believe me, they got supplies all over town. But their main supply is usually where they lay their hat, at the main supply. But they can't stand to be alone. The narcissist will never, ever change. But I'll say it again. I believe a person that has narcissistic tendencies, only because the narcissist is out here grooming other people to be like the narcissist. I was raised in the house with a narcissist, and I'm pretty sure that I came out of there with some narcissistic tendencies, although I'm not a narcissist. I was probably out here trying to scheme on people, try to take advantage of people, try to be competitive about everything. You see, those are tendencies of the narcissist. That's what I'm saying. And I think those people have a chance to be healed. But if you're with a narcissist and you know good and well that he's had that demon on him since childhood, and he's shown all of the ramifications of a narcissist, he or she will never change. You will have to change and not supply the narcissist. You'll have to change. Even if you were stuck there with the narcissist, you can stop doing some of the things that you do for the narcissist and start using that time to do something for yourself. Because the narcissist has a way of consuming your whole day, your whole night and day. Your whole night and day. That's what they do. But you can pull back from the narcissist and start caring more about yourself. And that'll make you stronger. That'll make you stronger. But don't waste your time and energy trying to change the narcissist. And for goodness sake, don't get into an argument with the narcissist. That's big time supply. Fighting with him, trying to defend yourself, having sex with him, all of that. That's big time supply for the narcissist. That's why he's with you. You see? And for show. And for show. So, anyway, I hope that I was clear on this video, because I know us women, I'm telling you, we take those vows very seriously, through thick and thin, rich or poor, unto death. And that's why a lot of us stay right in there and let the narcissist kill us because of those silly vows that we took. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to put up with it. But while you're there, take care of yourself. Love yourself. Put your little something away that makes you feel better. That's your secret stuff. Put your little something away for a rainy day. You see? And spend some time to meditate. Ask the universe for deliverance or for whatever you need. The universe will deliver. You just have to ask. So, anyway, I think I'm going to end it here. And I thank you so much for supporting this channel. And I hope I said something that can help someone, help you to understand, not to waste your time trying to change the narcissist. It would never happen. In fact, it just gives him more ammunition to destroy you. So anyway, I wish you all well, and keep those comments coming. Hope to see you next time.